y'all can hear me. I was speaking a little bit on my story, and today I will get a little deeper into it. I will also have an open panel if y'all want to get into it. But let's talk about it. Should a 21-year-old man, 22, 23, 24, date a teenager from the ages of 16 or under? And I spoke a little bit on my story from experience, what I went through. The, you know, let's put it like this: like if we was talking about like a project, the pros and cons. Like I got into a relationship very young. Blessings, Nate the Great. Blessings. See, I had gotten into a relationship very young, and when I got into my relationship, I went into a little bit into a story yesterday. Um, I believe that the people that got me and my baby pops together should have did things differently because them knowing the age difference, them knowing um, him more than what they knew me, because it's crazy because we met each other throughout friends that we both knew. Hold on. We both met each other through friends that we both knew. We went to this party, and like I was saying yesterday, we was both tore up. Like we was smoking weed, we was drinking liquor, drinking beer, cigarettes, and stuff like that. Um, Yesterday I went a little bit and I told y'all like they set us up. They try to like play a prank on him. The reason this prank was played on him because the person that was his best friend, right? He used to date and she got together with somebody else. But it looks like I'm not sure if it was that he was rejecting her or what the hell was going on. But there was some tension between them. Hold on one second, guys. But see, I found this out a little later on, right? That's why yesterday I said all this was part of a prank and it kind of backfired on them. Um, that same day, I could tell you that I remember, guys, make sure y'all hit that like button, make sure y'all hit that share button. Don't be afraid to leave y'all comments. Like I said, this is a story time. This is something that's already happened. Um, Once I give a little bit of my story, I'm gonna go into details why I'm saying my story and what I think. Um, but anyways, when it comes to my baby pops, right? They got us together and everything, and I think that the most fucked up thing about it is that the shorty, blessings, be encouraged with Maritza 617, blessings Nate the Great podcast, blessings the word. For those of y'all that don't know any of them, go check them out. Be encouraged with Maritza. Lots of conversations that do need to be talked about. She listen, it's a channel that you can go and learn, and she'll sit here and tell you a lot of stuff. You gotta love her. Nate, the great podcast, the word, two great men that bring so much awareness to so many things when it comes to the kids, the schools, our neighborhoods, and much more. Hold on one second, guys. I'm sorry. My bad. My kids were stepping out. I had to find out where he was going. I had to be a detective for a quick second. But like I was telling y'all, um, oh, listen, Marissa, you share a lot of encouragement, and I suggest a lot of people go over there, check you out, listen to you. Um, Great person for what I've seen on social media. I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm here to bring awareness to a lot of the things that are coming, that are happening in our communities. I came on here, I spoke my story, I gave my son's story, um, in the hopes of that my story could help the next person. Hopefully, it does. So far, it's helped a couple people, and that right there, that's what matters to me. That I was able to help a couple people just because I sat here on social media and I spoke my story and how I overcame it. And all of us have a past. Can't I'm okay. Be encouraged. What Marissa says. I'm originally from Jankers, New Jersey. Finally had the chance to focus, telling my testimony facts. Always speak your truth. Don't stop just because somebody says this or they feel some type of way. They feel some type of way. Listen, they can go to another channel. That's on them. But anyways, like I was saying, right? I'm gonna finish a little bit on how me and him met. We're gonna do a part three to this because I'm not gonna be here all day. I'm not gonna kidnap everybody. But anyways, that day that I met the father of my kids, it was completely a whole setup. Because when I tell you that this girl, she sat here and she's like, "Yo, y'all should go talk," blah 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 blah. She takes us upstairs to a room. This is their house, not my big house, the friend's house and stuff where they doing the party and all that stuff. So we go in there. She gives us a whole thing of fucking strawberry ice cream. And she's like, you know what to do. Mind you, we all fucked up. 16, he's 20, about to be 21, I think it is. Yeah. Because yesterday I was a little mixed up in the ages and I had to go look at birthdays and everything. So, like, hey, screw it. It's better to tell the truth than to tell a lie. Fuck it. But, anyways, um, they gave us the ice cream. Mind you, we started talking and one thing led to another. It almost got to the point where I did almost give it up to him, but it didn't happen. And this is what saved us. This is what saved us from doing anything that day. The room that they put us in had a whole baby in the goddamn bed. And when we noticed that the baby was there, that shit right there, one, I was sitting here, I'm like, yo, my, what? Listen, all the drinks I had, all the weed I smoked that day, I was sober. Like completely sober. Because in my head, I'm sitting here, I'm like, why would y'all put us in a room and then leave a baby in here and unattended? Y'all been in the party all fucking day. And y'all telling me that this baby's been in this room the whole time. And he was like, yo, when he got it together, he's like, yo, that's some fucked up shit. Like, damn, I didn't think she would do something like this. Like, I know her. We grew up together. Me and him was starting to get it. Like, we started talking more and more and more that night. And mind you, throughout this whole time, I not once, because it didn't even cross my head. Like, if you look at my big pop's pictures, and I have a video of him, when we first met, me and him looked at like we could have been the same age. But the crazy part about it is, right, he didn't ask my age because they told him I was 19. Like, who in their right mind would say some shit like that? So, in a way, I don't blame him all the way. But I do feel as though, like, now that I'm older, I'm sitting here, I was like, damn, somebody else, because when I got taken under my other baby pop's wing, and he made a whole lot of sense. He said it like, he could have just walked away once he figured out what your age was. But here's the problem, guys. By the time we already knew all this, blah, 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 Shorty was pregnant. And then people was already calling DHS. They was calling all these places and stuff like that. So I was getting harassed a lot. Like, what's his name? Yada yada. I could just keep going. I was having the issues that I was having here in my mom's house already. I didn't want to be at my mom's house, and the reason why was because my mom was still talking to the person that was molesting me when I was younger. And I didn't want to be around that person. I gave my mom an ultimatum when I was lashing out. I was like, listen, you pick him or you pick me. So when my baby pops in a kind of way, he rescued me. Yes. But see, when we're 16 and we go through trauma, we go to the first person that we feel safe with. And I want y'all to know that that's through experience. And I'm not sure how many other females or how many other men out here have gone through some type of experience or went through something like that. But yes, Like we go to the first person that we feel safe with. And I felt safe with him. He made me feel safe. He didn't want from me what these other men wanted. He respected me. He took care of me in the beginning and everything. So when people ask me the question, how do I feel about a man, that is in his 20s already dating somebody that's 16, 15, 14? I don't agree with it. How do I feel now that I'm older? I feel as though that if there was a man that is in his mid 20s trying to date my daughter, I would come down his neck. I would lay the law down. I've had people tell me you a hypocrite. Why? Because I learned. I learned from something that happened in my past that at that moment I wasn't fully developed in my head yet. What I'm trying to say by that is I didn't even know what I wanted. I just wanted out of a place and went into another one. Yes, I'm lucky and I'm blessed that he wasn't a molester or a pedophile or nothing like that. My baby pops was kind of like, I could say tricked into going out with me. I'm going to say tricked. But my other baby pops was right. Once he figured out things, he could have just let me go, and do time shit. But at the end of the day, things happened the way they happened. You understand where I'm coming from? Like, you 16 and, at that age, you can easily get starstruck by anybody. Like, y'all see how a lot of these females are like, and then a lot of us, when we go through something, we tend to look for love in all the wrong places, right? And this is where I say that at the age of 16, I wasn't ready because I got pregnant. I dropped out of school. I started working. I had to do all these things that my mom, one, she didn't really prepare me for, but she kind of did. So if y'all know my story, y'all know why I say it like that. So no, I don't suggest no girl, no nobody, not even a boy. I tell my son every day, every single day, you got a girl, listen, you gotta be careful, use protection. Please don't get pregnant now. I mean, don't get her pregnant now, because if she gets pregnant now, this is gonna mess up your whole future. Before you get her pregnant, make sure you got your job, you've graduated your high school, you only got a year and a half left, like, and that's all he's got is a year and a half left. I want to make sure that he graduates, not to sit here and be broke every day and depend on a welfare check or depend on me. I want him to be ready to take care of a child. At 16, I don't think none of us is really ready to take care of no child. I was forced to grow up as a child. Then when I got pregnant, I was forced to grow up even more. I had to grow up faster. And the person that was teaching me was my son. I'm thinking the whole time I'm his teacher. But in reality, he was my teacher. He was teaching me how to live. He was teaching me how to learn, how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of somebody, how to nurture him, how to be responsible, how to love somebody other than just me. Not just that, he taught me how to love myself. Because before I had him, I hated myself. I hated everything about me. So at the end of the day, and that's why I say my relationship with him was a curse and a blessing. He was a blessing, but then at the end, it was a curse because I ended up taking care of him as I got older. So it's just crazy because I'm not putting him down. He wasn't a bad man. I'm gonna keep saying that throughout, 'cause I don't want nobody to be like, oh, da 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 da. No, I need y'all to understand that this was a good man. He was tricked into this kind of into a way, but at the end of the day, I feel as though no, I don't want my child to do and make the same mistake that I did. And I talk to them every day. I feel as though that back in the day, our parents didn't really give a fuck. Not all of them, but some of them. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping, But I feel as though a lot of the parents didn't give a fuck back in the day. So what's crazy is, right, in order to be with this man, it wasn't easy at that age because they would have found out, he would have been arrested, charged with Sagittary rape. You see where I'm coming from? And that's not what I wanted because at the end of the day, it wasn't his fault that he got lied to. I was young, stupid, and ignorant. I really was. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm from I'm from Philly. I'm from North Philly. So he didn't really know my age until he spoke to my mom. That's the funny part. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. My baby pops didn't really know my age until he spoke to my mom. But my mom too. Here's the thing. My mom, my mom should have been a little more stricter. My mom should have been like, no, you're not gonna do this. You're my child. Put her foot down like I do with my kids. My mom didn't do that. My mom gave me too much freedom. This is how and why I met him. Because she left when I was 15, left me with somebody, that was older. So that way nobody gets in trouble. You see where I'm coming from? Went to PR for almost a whole year. After a year of me buying by myself, I went to this party with the lady that was taking care of me, she was in her mid 30s, going into her 40s. She had a kid that was disabled that I used to babysit. She used to pay me. I used to get paid good. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Shit, that was the best money I've ever earned. But anyways, um, I mean when I was a kid, not now. I make more money now. I'm sorry that shit came out all messed up. But the whole point of the story was they was older. They knew what they was doing. And I feel as though like stuff like this happens. This is why we gotta watch our kids. People ask me so much, why are you so, protective with your kids? Why you do this? Why you do that? Why? Because throughout parties, when people have parties, when people do this, is when things really happen that we really don't know about unless we're focused and we're attending and you know. But if you're fucked up in a party and you got your kids with you and it's a house full of people, what do y'all think is gonna happen? You're not gonna know what happened until it's too late. I went through it. And then to top it off, that's how I met my big pops. Because we was too busy getting fucked up. The adults was too busy getting fucked up. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody cared. But let me tell you that in order to be with this man, I had to get emancipated. But in order to get emancipated, I had to keep him a secret in order for him not to get in trouble. Y'all know how much time he could do for Sagittarius rape? Think about it, guys. So once I got emancipated and everything, we got everything taken care of. We got together. He got a house with me. We started living together. But the problem started happening. You know, blah blah blah. I could just keep going. I was too young to deal with a relationship. I was too young, being forced to grow up, and it's not fair. Like I think that us. I think now that I'm older, like some of us follow what we see the adults do, right? And we force ourselves to grow up some way, somehow. But this is my opinion. Others follow and don't even peep that we're following the wrong path. Either way, we're looking up to these old heads that is guiding us either the right way or the bad way, right? And that's the fucked up part about everything. And to tell you the truth, to get emancipated is not easy. Y'all want to know why I got emancipated? Because I was pregnant. It is not easy to get emancipated. You have to prove so many things. And then you can only get emancipated from the age of 16 and up. To get emancipated, you have to be 16 and up. Once I turned 16 and I got emancipated, I had to deal with everything the same way every adult had to deal with it. If I got arrested, I would get locked up as an adult, not as a minor or as a juvenile. That's what I want y'all to understand. Being emancipated doesn't mean, oh, you're free from your parents. It's so much more when it comes to being emancipated. It's so much stuff you got to prove to become emancipated. And shout out to Damn DPOV, because for the past 2 days he's been talking. He exposed somebody that was the age of 25 dating somebody the age of 24, I think it was, or something. I mean, dating the age of 14, minor the age of 14. And his commentary, like everything he said, listen, he wasn't wrong. I don't agree to what every content creator says, but the way he did this commentary, the way he spoke on it, he was right. There's something off about that story. And that's one of the reasons why I'm also speaking on it. Watching the show, watching the panels with him, I mean, watching the panels of DMD and stuff like that, I was asked a question in person. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, you know what? Hey, fuck it. Let's do this for the live. Let me, get other people's perspectives. I'm gonna say my story, but I want to get other people's perspectives, what they think. Like, do y'all really, like, do y'all think it's appropriate for a 21-year-old to date a 16-year-old, for a 21-year-old to date a 14-year-old, or for a 25-year-old to date a 14-year-old? Now, if you was to flip the scripts, right, and it was your child that it was happening to, what would you say? See, I have to give my story in order not to sound like no hypocrite because I really don't agree with it. And now that I'm older, I could sit here and I could tell you why I don't agree with it. I've been through it. I've had the experience. Like I've walked through them trenches. Y'all can't sit here and tell me, oh no, that's not true. Well, I'm telling you from my perspective, what I went through. And at the age of 16, like there's no need for no girl to be dating no guy at the age of 30, none of that. Now, that saying that they have age ain't nothing but a number. Yeah, age ain't nothing age ain't nothing but a number when you're in your 20s and somebody's in their fucking 50s. Let's put it like this: like a Kruger, she's 50 and she's dating somebody that's 25. Okay, we could say age ain't nothing but a number, but you're not gonna sit here and tell me age ain't nothing but a number when you're 25 and you want to sit here and a 14-year-old girl. Like, make it make sense. I was in a relationship still watching cartoons. Come on, man. Like me, I'm 33 and I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I still watch a lot of cartoons and shit like that, but my shit is horror movies. Not into the comedy, but horror, thriller, suspense, and stuff like that, drama. But that little girl, because I didn't get a chance to grow up. I mean, a chance to be a kid. I didn't get a chance to be a kid. To be honest with y'all, I never got a chance to be a kid. I had to grow up so fast and so early, from the time that I was getting molested to the time that I was becoming a mother. Like, I really had to grow up, raising my brothers and sisters at a young age so my mom can go out and do what she had to do or wanted to do. Like, tell you the truth, like a lot of teenagers just want to escape when they do the dumb shit that they do. They just do it because they're not thinking. Keyword. Some of us is just not really thinking. We just go out there and do it. That's why yesterday when I was speaking on my story, I said it like I wanted to get out my house so bad. I really liked my baby pops, right? But using him in the beginning kind of backfired me because when I say using him in the beginning means like, oh, I took advantage. Like he's able to get his own place. I'm not able to get one. I was like, fuck it, let me go with him. And I left with him. I did exactly that. I left. And then I got pregnant. But it's not easy, I'm telling y'all right now. We need more parents to speak to their kids. If we really want to change this, more parents really need it. We hard headed. All kids are hard headed. But the more and more you talk to them, the more and more they get it. And when they hit their heads, they bump their heads and stuff like that, they'll start to understand certain concepts. Guys, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Leave a comment down below. Let a shorty know how you feel and what you think. Blessings, young Riaz. Um, like I said, make sure y'all subbed up to that second channel. Y'all can leave y'all links down there, mods. Y'all can leave the links if y'all want for the people that are in here. Y'all can network. Yes, and that's what we're supposed to do is break the cycle. We're supposed to break the cycle. All right, guys, I'm leaving the link right here. People want to talk, leave their perspectives, their opinion. You're more than welcome. If not, I'll just keep talking. And, when I'm done giving my perspective, I'll just end the live because I'm not showing no videos on this live. And I'm not, how can I say, reacting to no video. I'm actually speaking on my story. And I just wanted to say, like, yo, for those panels out there, for those people, those men out there that speak on situations like this, don't stop speaking on it. Shout out Nate the Great podcast. Go check him out. He's one of them. Shout out to The Word. Another one. Go check him out. Shout out to The Truth. Shout out to Armando Black. And recently for what he just did, because listen, that commentary was great. Damn DPOB beef for exposing that. And,